Just adjusting my camera, ladies and gentlemen. Pardon me for a second here. I'm going to show you all my ingredients. Today we're going to be making chocolate cupcakes. We have water with vanilla, buttermilk homemade, a little butter, eggs, cocoa powder, flour, and salt. And we have sugar. And today we're going to be making chocolate cupcakes from a nice scratch batter. Sorry, I'm still trying to adjust this. I'm used to my wife filming. There we go. That should work right about there. First thing I'm going to do is put my sugar in here. And I'm going to put my eggs in here. I'm going to put my butter in here. Scrape it well. I don't want to waste that stuff. Take my hand mixer today. Put you a little closer there so you can see. Approximately 2 minutes. I already have my oven preheating to 360 degrees. See that flipping up. We'll get a nice, some kind of pale yellow, not a lot. It's about 2 minutes, about another minute or so, minute and 15 seconds. This incorporating air in the batter gives a little volume, which is really nice. Want a fluffy cake with a nice grain, which this one is. Flipping up fairly quick. I'm going to turn it down just a hair. Let me see that there. Bad aiming, my apologies. Where we have 2 eggs, 1.5 cups of sugar. Quarter cup of oil, and quarter cup of oil in there. Next, we're going to add our dry, and this is cocoa powder, 3/4 cup of cocoa powder, 1.5 cup of all-purpose flour, and I sifted the cocoa powder, and I have my leavening in there, which is 1.5 teaspoons of soda, and a 1/2 teaspoon or 3/4 teaspoon of powder. And in the mix is I don't know if I mentioned a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to start mixing this in slow. I'm going to add some of my water and about approximately half of my water. That sounds better. And 3/4 cup of water, 2 teaspoons of vanilla in the water. Then I have 3/4 cup of buttermilk coming up. At this point, I would take the scraper. It's a little bit dry on the sides, so you want to scrape it a little bit to get even incorporation that way. Alrighty. We keep mixing. So it's completely incorporated in there. Then we add the rest of the flour, second half, and the rest of the water. And in a moment, once I get this mixing in, we're going to mix the buttermilk in. I make my own buttermilk, approximately 1 tablespoon of vinegar per cup of milk. So I have like 3/4 of a tablespoon of vinegar in this 3/4 cup of milk. It's easy to let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. We've got a beautiful homemade buttermilk. Rest of the buttermilk in. Very slow, on slow speed. Don't want to make a giant mess. Look at the batter as I am mixing it. It's pretty nice now. About another, say, 45 seconds. So my oven is nice and preheated to 360. Nice when you're doing small batches, a little hand mixer works quite well. So just there's a nice quantity of air in there. So, it looks like a very smooth, cohesive batter. It's a very flavorful batter with the real vanilla extract and the butter mixed in. Really nice. It's always good to have everything laid out as you're mixing it, because you don't forget anything that way. Because it's real easy to forget, like the leavening, and the salt, and the vanilla, especially the small ingredients. I'll tell you a story back in the day. When I was first starting to bake a real bakery, Dicing's Bakery. That could be good. Dicing's Bakery in Kingston, New York. I was first starting to mix, and I mixed 2 gigantic bowls of vanilla cake mix. I forgot the leavening and the salt and everything. So that was not a pretty picture. I'm going to get my containers. Have my containers ready to go. I'm going to move this over so you can see me scoop this out. Here we are. You always just go around the edge a little bit here. There we go. I'm going to start about three-quarter full each liner. Very easy to make a mess with this cake mix. Kind of hit the edge with it a little bit, so keep it fairly neat as you can. Drop it right in. So I think I've done this once or twice before. Drop it right in. You can always adjust them with your eye. Push this right over. So this particular one is a little bit of a thin mix, but it is, I would say, it's really excellent flavor chocolate cake. If you make it, you'll see what I mean. And I bake it at 360 for about the first 10 minutes. Then I turn my oven down, set my timer. Always use timers. So you do a lot less over baking that way. Then for the last, turn it down to 350 for the remainder of the approximately 10 minutes. But when you touch the cupcake and it fluffs up and it kind of bounces back, and you know it's ready, you could use a straight edge knife, a little knife, or a skewer, or if you have a cake, one of the little cake picks, they call them. You can buy them, and it's just kind of a way to. But that's it. We'll see you soon. Thank you.